Welcome back to the 6th Gear Garage. Last time I did a walk around of this $350 Acura Legend that's been sitting for 10 years and doesn't run. Let's see if I can bring it back to life. When I was loading this onto the trailer, I didn't have a Honda battery, so I was using a Toyota battery, which has the terminals on the wrong sides. And I tried to stretch this a little too far, and this came out, and look at that. That is the green death right there. The copper wire is all corroded and crunchy. So I'm going to need a new power wire going from this terminal to the fuse box for sure. There we go. Just soldered up this wire. Looks to be about 8 gauge. It was actually left over from the 740i part out. There was so much power wire in that car. All right, let's see what works. I hear clunking in the back. Yep, power antenna. I've had enough old cars to know that sound. Check out the radio. It's got a digital EQ. I like this. Fan works. Cluster comes on with the headlights. This even had heated mirrors back in 1988. The brake lights are all on. Not good, but hopefully it's just a bad brake pedal switch. Easy fix. Here's a problem. The sunroof is stuck. And that sucks, because I think the sunroof could be how water is getting inside the car. I'm thinking the drains might be clogged. So that's something I'll have to figure out. Probably have to drop the headliner to get to it. Pull this off so the brake lights don't drain my battery. Let's check the fluids. Trans fluid is good. Motor oil is good. The coolant reservoir is dry. And I see no coolant in the radiator. Well, that took almost half a gallon, so there may be a leak somewhere. Next thing to check is the gas. I'm sure it's nasty. 5-gallon bucket and a hand pump. And I'm going to pump this out from the top of the tank because I couldn't hear the fuel pump prime earlier. So I'll check that while I'm in there. They did say the car wasn't getting fuel. There is a drain plug on the tank, but I've had those not stay sealed before after cracking them open. And I don't have any fresh crush washers here. So I'm going to pull out the rear seat. First, let's get this cover off to make sure there's access. And there is. And this is made of actual cardboard. Look at that. Corrugated cardboard, just like a box. Didn't think I'd see that in a luxurious Acura Legend. Next, I removed the rear seats. The bottom cushion just pulled right up, but there were a couple of sneaky bolts behind the headrests on the top cushion. All right, got some room to work now. There's some kind of ECUs back here. Let me know in the comments if you know what these are for. Yellow is usually SRS, but I don't think this 88 has an airbag. I don't know. Maybe it does. It doesn't say SRS on the steering wheel. 4 Phillips heads. Still pretty well sealed. Don't know if anyone's been in here before. And fuel pump. There we go. Ew. Look at how gross this thing is. And imagine that in a smell. This is some old, nasty gas. All right, time to test the fuel pump. I've got it wired up here. And we're going to go straight off the battery. Nope. She's a goner, folks. Deceased. Sometimes a beating will bring it back to life. Nothing. Time to check Rock Auto for a fuel pump. Well, might as well get the old gas out of her. I'll put a link in the description for one of these pumps. Way better than getting gas in your mouth. Especially this old gas. That's some gold piss right there. Actually, if your pee looks like this, you need to drink a lot of water. Or you're already dead. Round 2. So, there was a lot of gas in there. That looks like about 8 gallons. A lot of crud came out too. That was all sitting in the bottom of the tank. What should I do with all this? I'm stuck waiting on the fuel pump. So, I'm checking all the fuses, and this 15 amp fuse was blown. And that fuse is for the ECU. So there's another good reason why they couldn't get it started. This may have to do with the floor being wet under the seat where the ECU is. Let's do a quick test. Heard a click. Alright, the fuse didn't blow, so that's good. Let's have a look at the ECU. Man, it's really damp and wet under here. Not good for electronics. There's the ECU. Not the best place to have your car's computer, especially when there's a water leak. Hopefully it's okay. Alright, pulled out some interior. I've got to get this to dry out. It smells pretty musty in here. Yeah, we got some moisture under here. But what's under here? Oh, here we go. I've got standing water under here. That's what I'm smelling right there. I gotta move this ECU so I can lift up the carpet. This might not be the original ECU. None of the pins are green or crusty, so that's good news. This black part on the bottom is for the automatic transmission. Acura just added it on to the ECU. Well, now I can pull back this nasty carpet. Alright guys, there's a lot of water. Check this out. This mat is saturated. I haven't seen this much water in a car since we pulled the carpet out of the Wigmobile. Oh, I see it sloshing.
Oh, it's bad. That's real bad, folks.
Oh, it's so gross.
Dude.
Look at that.
Everybody always asks me, why don't you just drive a new car, dude? Who wants a new car? That's no fun. This is fun, isn't it?
We'd be so bored right now if you had that car.
What would we do? We would just drink beer and stare at each other like a bunch of simple folk. Ew. Where the fuck did I put?
Just put on the drain.
Where's the the drain?
Ugh. It's been dripping for a while. I'm just gonna start sopping it up with a towel. Hey, at least there's no rust holes on the floor to let the water drain out. I'm gonna let this air out until the fuel pump shows up. That's all I've got for today. Subscribe and stay tuned as I get this Legend back up and running after a 10-year nap.